Yo guys, what's up? It's your boy, the Geeky Gangster here coming guys today with another video. And guys, it is currently the World Cup and we are representing all 48 nations in the World Cup on the first day of their group stage games. So in today's video, we are representing we are representing Algeria. I just recorded the Uzbekistan video. I'm recording these two back to back, so that's why I said Uzbekistan at first. We are representing Algeria in a game of Rocket League. And we have the moderator with the sort of green and white Safari vibes to represent their green and white flag, and the fact that 80% of Algeria is desert. And we also have sort of, I wanted to go with like a half sands, half water type vibe, the wheels, to represent the sands and the ocean because it is a coastal nation. Now let's just get right into the game and right into the epic facts about Algeria. Estimated queue time 40 seconds, bruv. What are we supposed to do for 40 seconds? Alrighty guys, so if you guys don't know, if we win in this game, then they're going to win their first group stage game in real life. If we go into overtime, then it's going to be a draw in real life. And if we lose this game, then unfortunately Algeria will lose their first group stage game in real life. So Algeria is the largest nation in all of Africa, which a lot of people didn't know that. If you ask the average American what the largest nation in Africa would be, they would probably tell you South Africa, just because I feel like, you know, more Westerners are familiar with goal across 3 opposing defenders. That is a goal for Algeria to start this game out. But yeah, a lot of Westerners would tell you that South Africa is the largest nation in Africa, just because they're more familiar with it. However, the largest nation by land size is actually Algeria, but goal! Algeria takes a very early 2-0 lead. However, they were feeling coming into this game, they are feeling significantly more confident now. They're going to pull away with that win. Yeah, so it's the largest nation in Africa, but 80% of it is desert. So whether you really count that as a large nation or not, but I mean, it's 4 times the size of Texas. So think about how long it takes you to drive through Texas and how big that state actually is. Now imagine if, I believe it's 80% of all Texans just lived like in the very northern tip of Texas, but 4 times bigger landmass with just all desert. That's kind of an interesting way of putting it. However, if you do live in Algeria, one of the best things for you is to go to university. And here's why. While in America, if you choose to go to college or university or whatever, that's probably going to put you in a lot of debt, and it's extraordinarily economically difficult for many Americans. And figuring out that living situation can be one of the most stressful times in your life. But Algeria sort of manages to relieve that stress by, first of all, making college completely free, but not only that, they pay their citizens to go to college. That's right, if you go to school in Algeria, you will receive a stipend by the government for your living expenses. So You not only get a completely free education, you also get paid to go to college, which makes that quite the good deal, and which makes Algeria one of the most educated nations on the face of the planet. I forgot what other facts I was going to share, to be honest. But yeah, so like 80% of the population lives in northern coastal cities. So, you don't only get free college, but you also live in a absolutely stunningly beautiful oceanside city on the very northern tip of Africa. And one of the largest nations, making it one of the most secure and defended nations in Africa as well. However, it was under French rule, like I believe every other northern African nation. For about 140 years it was a French colony. So, nowadays they speak, I believe, it's Arabic, French, and something else. They have like their own regional language, I believe. But Arabic and French are the two most common languages. You will hear French everywhere just because, you know, like it was French for so long. Goal! Goal! That is the third goal for Algeria. Speaking of goal for Algeria, Algeria is another one of those nations where soccer sort of becomes a large part of the culture, almost like a religion of its own, because every single kid in Algeria plays soccer for fun. Goal! Goal! This game is all but over for Algeria, an absolutely domineering performance. Algeria won the African Cup. I want to say like 2009, or maybe it was 2019. But hold on, let me. I have to look at my little list of facts here. Algeria won. Goal! Goal for Algeria! That makes 5 goals. Algeria win the African Cup. Yeah, so in 2019, the Los Phoenix, which Phoenix is also the name of a car in Rocket League that comes from Algeria. It's the name of their national, it's like an animal that's very famous in Algeria. Practically their national animal, and also their national team name is nicknamed the Phoenix. And in 2019, they would go on a massive run to take the African Cup home to Algeria. So they are a well-known soccer team. Goal! Goal for Algeria. That marks 6 goals for Algeria. A 6-1 victory for Algeria. Talk about a soccer nation. The opposing nation has never stood a singular chance. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.